what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out DIR EN GREY and their song Vinushka. This has got English subtitles, that's why I chose this specific video, so I can check out the lyrics as we go along. And for those who are unfamiliar with DIR EN GREY, they're a Japanese heavy metal band formed in 1997 in Osaka, Japan. Now, DIR EN GREY is not new to me. One of the first songs I heard by them was, I'd say at least 10 years ago, called Different Sense. The video is pretty disturbing, but vocally, Kaio is incredible. His range is ridiculous, so he's definitely a very fun vocalist to watch. I've actually watched a lot of other actual vocal coach reactors, you know, just kind of amazed at his vocal abilities, and it's no different, I'm sure, here. So I'm excited to check this one out with you guys. I don't think I've done a DIR EN GREY reaction on this channel at this time, so this might be the first one, but I'm excited to check it out. I can't speak too much to the singing, but I'll be able to comment on the screaming a little bit more if he does that in this song. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into Vinushka, a live performance by DIR EN GREY. Real quick, I just kind of realized that I'm covering the lyrics here, so I apologize, guys. Maybe I can kick myself up here for this video just so you guys can, I might look a little weird with me being in the up top here, but that way at least you guys can kind of check, you guys can check out the lyrics too. Sorry about that, guys. Still in the way. I am still in the way. I repeat, still in the way. Are we about to get heavy here? Let's go back a little bit and just kind of talk about the heavier portion we get into. Let's see if I can find it here. Right here. So let me see if I can't pin that out right. Yeah, so I can do it here. So right there, I mean, so there's a few things here that it's like good and it's like bad for me, so at least as a metal vocalist. I can't talk about his singing. I'm not a vocal coach. I'm not professionally trained as a singer, so I will not speak on that at all. However, like this here, like he's holding the mic a distance from his mouth, but at the same time he's also cupping it. Okay. So typically, I mean, rule of thumb is don't cup the mic. If you're a vocalist, do not cup the mic ever. So that's one thing, I mean, I can point out here. But he's holding it so far away, it's almost like there's no point in cupping the mic at that point. But that's just me. But let's keep going. Let's see if we can pin that out again there. Yeah, it's not going to let me because it's so dark here. It's hard to really see in this shot how specifically, because it just jumps so quick right there, and so you can kind of see it here. So what he's doing here, it's not technique. It's all stage presence. It's all for performance. He's crouched over and he's got like his stance there, but he's kind of also, I mean, his back's kind of straight there for, you always want to keep your airways clean when you're screaming, especially live. So if as soon as you slouch over, you're taking your airways and you're collapsing it, and you're allowing less oxygen to basically flow through you to allow you to scream. So you're allowing you to project using your diaphragm. You're hunching over and you're basically just closing yourself. You're closing your airways. You're going from open to closed. And so here I mean, you can still pull it off. He's a talented vocalist, so I'm sure that this is not a big deal. But I see a lot of guys, and I've mentioned this in other videos, who do that, and you hear them, they start off strong, and then they start bending over, and then it's just like, by the time they're trying to finish the line or whatever it is they're trying to do with that scream, it starts off kind of strong, and then it just dies out into a whisper, and it's almost like sometimes they don't even know it because they're not paying attention. They're no longer screaming, and it's just kind of that's the noise coming out because there's no longer any power there, and it's just almost a moan, like coming out, and it sounds like crap. Thing is, though, this with Kyle, I'm not too concerned with it because knowing him as a vocalist, he's very, very talented. He knows what he's doing, but that's just things that I noticed from live performances. So right here, see, this is another thing that I just don't like, though, about this, because I know he's a talented vocalist, and he's a crazy good vocalist. But just right here, he's got his hands basically around the microphone like this. The mic's right there, and he's cupping the mic, and I don't like that because it removes clarity from your vocals. It doesn't sound good. It muffles things, and sometimes it can peak on the soundboard and cause, you can blow speakers, you can do stuff wrong. So a vocalist typically cupping the mic is a sound guy's like worst nightmare. So that's the only thing that I'm going to pick out here, because it is a live performance, and I like to do more of a, if I can, if it's vocally and it's live, I'm going to try to review it a little bit. So that's the only thing that I'm going to kind of complain about right here is he's hunched over, which is closing his airways, and he's also cupping the microphone, which, so one, you're preventing, you're preventing power from your diaphragm by crouching over. You're closing your airways, which is, you're not only removing your power, but you're losing your breath control. But he's also almost compensating for that by cupping the microphone to try to get that more amplified sound. So that's the only thing that I'm going to pick out here that I'm not a huge fan of as a vocalist myself. But that's not to take away from his talent, because he's incredibly talented. I know that. But that's just me being critical of this particular spot. But let's go back to where we were. See, right there is a perfect example. He wasn't cupping the mic, and he's still got that same power out. If I can go back, just right here. Right there, he's not cupping the mic there. And he's still getting that same power out, and it still sounds it just sounds better. Sounded like he was straining a little bit there. So another thing you can notice too, a lot of it's, although I am pointing those things out, that doesn't mean that he does that all the time. And a lot of it, a lot of it's basically, it's very, very performance based. He's doing this as a performance. He's making sure he's putting on a good performance. He's incredibly talented. You can just tell the singing, the range in his singing voice alone is incredible. I wouldn't be able to pick out particular, he's hitting this number here, he's hitting a sharp here. Let me hit my piano key and tell you what tone that is. I'm not going to do that because I can't do it. But he's incredibly talented as a vocalist, and you can just tell. But a lot of that's just, for me as a metal vocalist, picking out little things that I know that you just shouldn't do, or is, typically you don't want to do. But for him, he's a veteran at what he does. He knows what he's doing. He's good at what he's doing. So a lot of it's, from what I can see, is a lot just based on performance. He wants to put on a good performance. He wants to put on a good show. seems so high-pitched. All right, I'm moving me back down here now. So that way. All right, there we go. Okay, so that was DIR EN GREY, guys, Vinushka. It's a really cool song, long video, 9.5 minutes long. And I mean, that takes a lot of stamina, a lot of just great breath control, and just really being a very skilled and talented vocalist overall to be able to do even a 9.5 minute song like that. And that's just, you know, typically most bands are fitting two to three, maybe 4 songs in a 10-minute time frame, where they just did one. So imagine how long their sets are and how long they're playing. I mean, that stamina right there is crazy. So as a vocalist, he's incredibly talented. Like I said, I can't speak on the singing. I can't tell you what key he's singing in. I don't have a piano to tell me what key he's singing in. You know, that's just unfortunately not my skill set. However, screaming wise, I can talk about that a little bit. You know, I did mention, I don't like that he's cupping the mic in few scenes, because I know he doesn't have to. I know he can project well, and I know he's a powerful vocalist. He has very powerful vocals to begin with, so he doesn't need to cup the mic. It looks like a lot of that's more for performance. This is like almost like this band does a lot of, it's almost like performance art on stage with them. They have the visuals telling a story behind them while they're also performing the song. He's very, very emotional while he's performing the song. It's very, very... he acts out this, his performance, and the aggression and the emotion is all well thought out, and well thought out by, Kyle and DIR EN GREY. It's done really well and allows you to really kind of feel the emotion in his voice, using different voice inflections when he's singing and even screaming, using different styles of just kind of grittier tones to straight up just, screaming. But I think it's a really well done, cool live performance, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I really did. I think they're really good. Like I said, I've heard of DIR EN GREY before. I've listened to DIR EN GREY plenty of times, and I think he's an incredible vocalist. They're not really my cup of tea for the most part, but I do think they're incredibly talented and amazing musicians. And you have to be. They've been around since, 97 it said, so I mean, 23 years. I mean, they've been around for a while. And they're still killing it to this day, still releasing new music, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it was a great song, guys. Thanks for the reaction, reaction suggestion. So if you have any more, guys, you want me to check out, put it in the comment section below. Give me some more suggestions, whether it be DIR EN GREY, other bands, other countries bands. I want to check out some more bands. If you have a band you want me to check out, shoot me an email. Go to my About section. A couple of you guys have already done that. Let me know. I want to hear your bands. I want to hear what you're all about. It's fun for me. I like listening and checking out new music. If you like what I do, guys, subscribe. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs down if you don't like it. That's cool too. Tell me what you don't like. Don't be negative to be negative, but give me some constructive criticism. If you want to support the channel, I have a Patreon link in the description along with a merch store link. Go check those out, guys. I encourage you. It would really help me grow the channel, and that's the plan. I'd like to do more giveaways in the future. I've done one so far, and it was really cool. It was a fun turnout. A lot of you participated, so I'd like to do more of that in the future. And the only way I can do that is, if you guys are able to support me and I can help continue to grow this channel. So those are two great ways to do it. Thank you guys as always, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.